It's something we tend to overlook in our daily interactions with each other. But when used right, it can boost the positive side of things and lead almost any encounter, no matter how brief, to a more favorable outcome. Today, our pièce de résistance is the humble smile. Welcome to Lessons from the Mundane, or LFTM, the show where you and I are able to glean life-giving lessons from everyday things all around us, otherwise known as the mundane. I'm Jace, your humble host for these next few minutes, and a fellow believer in living a life of abundance and fulfillment, something I truly desire to share with you. Okay, I'm sure at this point we've all heard the cliched fact that a smile uses less muscles than a frown. Although not 100% accurate depending on how technical you want to get, it is indeed an undeniable fact that smiling is better for your overall mood and health than frowning. And that's just considering you by yourself. Adding others into the equation further backs the earlier point that a smile is more beneficial to you. Okay, stop. I'm sure you watching right now, my dear friend, my trusted viewer, are already aware of everything I just said. And that's okay, because up ahead lies the gauntlet entitled by the most daunting of words to any weary soul: application. Keep in mind, I don't just mean the ability to smile. Anyone can smile nice and wide when the sky is blue and, man, it's just nice out. Yeah.
Why are we still here? Yeah.
And even on the other end of the spectrum, it becomes obvious to some people that smiling is that much more important when everything is going wrong. Today, though, we're not focusing on either of those extremes. I'm talking about when it seems like nothing special is going on in your life. Nothing too good, but nothing too bad either. And that kind of leaves you in this weird limbo of emotionlessness.
What is that?
Be careful what you do in those instances, because they can easily become defining moments. I can remember a few years ago at my old job, I encountered a similar situation, and the results may surprise you. My work there not only involved being in an office, but also occasionally interacting with the public by conducting historical presentations for visitors. This particular time, though, was the umpteenth of many days before it, where my enthusiasm for work and even life itself was at an all-time low. But right before I left the office building to go outside and start presenting, something halted me right at the door. For starters, my facial expression was in no way inviting, and even in connection to that, my overall mood was just, let's get this over with. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't always believe in myself, or even in my ability to smile when it seems like the entire world is giving me a million reasons not to. But I am presenting myself as a living witness to the transformative power of choosing to smile. Before even turning that knob, I decided to remind myself why I was there. I purposefully thought of all the families I'd spoken to up until that point and asked myself this: could I really afford to rob them of a one-of-a-kind, beautiful experience just because I'm not feeling it? How selfish could I be? Naturally, my answer was no. I could not afford to do that. So I plastered on the best fake smile my waning sanity could muster in the moment and stepped out. Again, full disclosure, the first few minutes were rough. It was draining. I didn't want to be there. But while giving it my all for the right reasons with an intentional smile, though fake at first, my mood was then jump-started by my earlier efforts, and I gained a second wind. Guys, I finished that day physically spent, exhausted, but the sense of fulfillment that I gained from seeing people's overall demeanor, their countenance change and shift towards a brighter side, towards a more lighter feel, it made it all worth it. To this day, it's one of my favorite memories about a time where I surprised myself with the simplicity of just a choice. Again, this isn't some sort of fairy tale about a guy with supernatural immunity to the Monday blues. No. This was rather an example of a normal, flawed human being overcoming pressures both external and internal with the power of a single choice. You really don't know how strong you are, do you? No. I found this very interesting quote online. William Shakespeare once said that the robbed that smiles steal something from the thief. I'm not going to spend time on that because I'd like you to think about it yourself. Some people around you and even life itself expects you to react a certain way when much is taken from you and even more is placed upon you. But let me tell you that you stir the very heavens and shake the grounds beneath you when despite it all, you straighten your back and you smile. So those smiles can be considered mundane. Their lessons forever remain. My name is Jason. This was Lessons from the Mundane, or LFTM, and I speak favor and fulfillment over your life. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you next time.